one of the biggest things that people struggle with regarding recovery from sex addiction is the slippery slope behavior. It might not be full-on relapse behavior, but it's that kind of slip that you hear people talking about. Edging is a term that we talk about a lot. So I wanted to use today's YouTube video as an opportunity to talk about edging and explain a little bit to you guys about what edging is. So your 3 circles plan is your template for recovery from porn and sex addiction. If you need a more detailed explanation on the 3 circles plan, check out the YouTube video that I've done that really goes into detail about it, or check out the Sex Addicts Anonymous website because they talk a lot about the 3 circles plan as well. But as a quick refresher, your inner circle behavior is your relapse behavior. So I like to term it as my boundaries have failed if I engage in the following. Things like porn and masturbation, random hookups, having sex outside of my committed relationship. My middle circle behavior and my slippery slope behavior, or the edging behavior that we're going to be talking about today. I like to term it as my boundaries are at risk of failing if I engage in the following. So flirting with somebody at work, for example, looking at hookup sites. These are the edging behavior, the kind of things that really seem to keep people on the edge and not in that solid recovery that we need to be aiming for each of you as part of your journey. The outer circle are the recovery behaviors. I like to term that as my boundaries are intact when I engage in the following. So going to meetings, therapy, time with family, healthy sexuality. Experience has definitely shown us that when we aren't in solid recovery, we tend to sit in that kind of middle circle and will often engage in what we call edging behavior. Although we don't want to admit it, we still get a hit of dopamine when we do this, and it will end up taking us back into our inner circle. If you think about it, when we're in that middle circle, we've got one of 2 ways to go. We can either go out into recovery or we can go into our acting out or our relapse behavior. While edging, sex addicts will really quickly experience obsession, and it's so easy to slide back into old patterns of behavior. So let's talk about what edging activities can look like. Now, of course, edging activities can vary really widely depending on your arousal template, but I'm going to give you some examples. Also, I have done a YouTube video on arousal templates because I think it's really important for all of us to understand what our arousal template is, so that when you start to work on recovery, you have a really good understanding of what's arousing to you, how it's changed, and what you need to be really mindful of in terms of working towards healthy sexuality. So let's look at edging behavior. Pursuing social media apps and websites, just looking for arousing but non-pornographic images and videos, and sometimes using secret accounts. Maybe pressuring, nagging, or shaming or guilting your partner into sexual activity. Looking at people that you find attractive in public places and then fantasizing, maybe staring at their body parts or following them around. Flirting when you're in a committed relationship. Paying compliments, teasing, inappropriate conversations, or turning on the charm with a server in a restaurant. Creating a list of backup partners in case things don't work out. Using non-pornographic media with the goal of arousal. This could include flicking through the channel looking for certain movies or TV shows that have sexually suggestive images or videos. Listening to arousing sounds or certain music, maybe reading certain literature, conveniently forgetting to mention that you're in a relationship with somebody, fantasizing, replaying past sexual experiences, engaging in euphoric recalls, so reliving past sexual experiences for the purpose of arousal and not considering the negative consequences, driving by certain locations that perhaps you've acted out in before. Now, when working on your 3 circles, really give thought to your edging or your slippery slope behavior, because this is where most people sit when they're not in solid recovery. And this really is the danger zone. So if there are things on here that you haven't included, add them, discuss them with your therapist, talk about them with your sponsor, and tell on yourself in group. If you haven't already done so, like I said, take a look at the 3 circles and create your own as a way to start your recovery process. If you'd like to learn more about the 10 types of problematic behaviours that are connected to sex and porn addiction, go to our website, www.newlifepsychology.ca/guide, or if you think that you might struggle with sex or porn addiction, check us out at www.amisexaddict.ca.